You've always known that it's not about the accumulation of knowledge. It's never been about the knowledge. But the human mind will always attempt to hold on to things. Thus, a content of knowledge is created. There are those that would wish to curate the knowledge, to preserve it for all of time, and yet the knowledge was never designed to be kept nor preserved, only to introduce what is beyond knowledge. And in reality and truth, the interest is always what lies beyond what is known. The difficulties that you have experienced in recent months has been with those who are interested in maintaining knowledge, because they never have understood that the gift, the treasure, the prize is what happens beyond that space. Yes. You must be very aware that there are those that would consider themselves to be accomplished and learned in what they have discovered with us. You, at a certain point, considered yourself to be accomplished and learned. And then you discovered what was beyond knowledge. Now you understand that the human mind will never be able to grasp what is beyond knowledge, and indeed is not designed to. The discipline and the focus was always about allowing yourself a glimpse of what the mind cannot ascertain and was never designed to. There are many exercises about disarming the mind so that you could revel in the space that is available. But this is no longer about disarming the mind. It is about allowing the mind to become comfortable with what you are experiencing. It is already your experience and will continue to be so. This is about allowing your mind to come with you. And yet your mind will always attempt what it knows every time there is a new glimpse for you. Have you noticed that there is what you sense to be emotional disturbance or disruption every time you glimpse something new? It is not designed to be overcome. It is a sign that your mind is shifting with you through what we have already described to you today as the keyhole of awareness. So the disruption for you is not to be attended to, but to be gently coaxed to come with you through that keyhole, for the other side of that keyhole exists not disruption in that space. It's important that you understand that everything that you have learned has been enough. And it is wise for you to understand, and we concur with you, that you are not interested in new information. What you are interested in is your own ability to see what you couldn't see before. Just as you would look through the lens onto a horizon, you do not seek to end your perspective with where you believe that horizon is. It is always about extending it more and more and more, so that you begin to view your entire existence in reflection of the magnitude of cosmos. The cosmos within becomes the externalized experience because you no longer seek any knowledge. The end of the journey is the end of seeking, perhaps. The end of work, perhaps. But in essence, it is the end of seeing the end of anything. And so life for you, Valerie, becomes a magnificent unfolding of discovery. Not so that you can ascertain where you are, and not so that you can measure how far you've come, but so you can experience the magnitude of who and what you are. If the human itself, as all blessed ones, could understand the magnitude of who and what they are, there would no longer be separation. Indeed, there is nothing to be done. It's important that you know that in these following days, there is nothing to be done. It is only a discovery for you. So that when you look into the eyes of others, what else is to be discovered there? What do you see when you gaze into the face and the expression of others? What is discoverable? It is wise for you to find people more interesting than you have done. It is wise for you to understand that your interactions and connections with others is not so that you can set them on fire necessarily, but so that you can continue your own joy of discovery. Indeed, the greatest gift for you, the greatest treasure to be experienced in all of this is to discover the light in someone else. It's not that it wasn't there before, it's just that you didn't see it. So therefore, please consider the power and the effect in what happens when you discover the light in someone's eyes. Ask yourself the question, do you ignite it just by having the awareness that it is there? Do you understand now?
I understand. Yeah.
That is always how it's being done. It's never about the knowledge. It's about the discovery in each other beyond what you know. Do you see it?
I see it. I see it.
That is why humans must love each other. That is why we have always talked about love. Because love is the discovery of something in each other beyond what you already know. Is there something that you would like to share with us?
It's just this whole thing of experience, shifting. It's just experience. It's almost like I'm a kid in a candy store. What's next? What's next? Ooh, taste this one, taste that one. At times it feels a little overwhelming. It's all so new and so different, but I've never been more alive in that sense.
And so a new world begins. A new earth is discovered. It is not that humanity nor the consciousness must create or construct. For what is creation? Creation and discovery is the same action and the same moment. So a new planet begins, a new humanity begins as you discover. That is the creation. So when you look into the eyes of another, creation is happening. Yes?
Yeah. Yes.
You have experienced this in relationships with others, particularly in terms of intimacy, because one of the greatest joys for you is the discovery of someone through intimacy. It has been one of the few experiences that you have allowed yourself to explore the horizons of another. If you would not give yourself permission to do the same, in a very casual setting, with tea, would you? To dive in and explore through the eyes of another. And yet that moment is creation. We invite you and encourage you to explore intimacy in every moment as you become a very effective creator. Yes?
Yes.
Finding the joy again in relationships. In any moment, there is a horizon that extends beyond what you can see. Every pair of human eyes, our lenses, our invitations for you to see what has yet been seen. Our conversation will perhaps change in nature throughout this day, but we remain here because we have been invited. And you will enjoy your tea.
I will. Thank you. Oh my gosh.